trip. It was the fourth time, I think, in the last 6 years that we've been over there to Northern Ireland, and the objective there is to really just connect our passions with soccer and the gospel. So to give guys an opportunity to experience short-term missions, to experience it in the context of athletics. So we play against competition. You have an opportunity to share your faith at the end and say this is kind of the reason why we're here. I don't think it means a whole lot unless you play real well, so obviously we want to play at a pretty high level. The trip is also a good team bonding time, but probably the most significant part as far as the ministry aspect is concerned is we're able to plug into a ministry that's consistent and continual even when we're gone. So while we do have relationships over there with the people that we've seen year after year after year, at least I do as a coach and a few of the other guys who've been there multiple times, probably the really neat, or the best thing about it, is that there's an ongoing ministry there when we're not there. So there are guys on the ground there at Project Evangelism who are just pouring into the lives of the local community there, even when we're gone. They have tons of teams that come in, all sorts, sports teams, drama teams, whatever, and so we just plug into that, so it's pretty neat. Well, we had a pretty strong recruiting class this last year. Had a Division II transfer who won a national championship at NKU, Jordan Grant. Got a British player in, Danny Colley, from Great Britain, and a bunch of really, really good freshmen have come in. So our expectations are high because what that did is in the off season, as we begin to communicate with our current players, the talent level that we're bringing in, they were able to get a little fear in them, maybe work a little bit harder, get a little bit better. And so when we did bring the new guys in, just the level of play is continually rising, and that's our objective. I mean, we want to get to the national tournament. I mean, to do that, we have to either get in that large bid by doing so well during regular season play, or win the tournament, and we're not banking on the at-large bid. So for us, it's to win the tournament, and that's the objective. And I think that's what we're gearing everything towards. So. Bethel and Iwu are typically teams that we have to beat in order for us to win the conference. I honestly don't know. I know that each of those teams have lost a few guys, but my guess is they've got some good guys as well. So typically they are up there. And those are the guys we got to beat. I mean, we can't just tie them. We can't. We got to beat them. The introduction of Mount Vernon into the conference, they're traditionally a very strong program, and so certainly, we have to take them seriously. I would say though that the MCC it's tough. I mean, even the teams that are maybe finishing in the bottom half of the table, they can still beat you. We experienced that last year with Spring Arbor, so we don't take anyone for granted. We try to implement a sort of a blue-collar work rate no matter who we're playing, and recognize that no matter what, we have to work very hard to win. Well, I think for us to be successful, probably two people come to mind. One is Tyler Beechler. He's been our leader, and he's scored a ton of goals for us. And in order for us to be successful, he's going to have I think, a good year. He's really grown in his leadership, and it's going to be pretty significant. In addition, I would say Josh Giuliano, who has, traditionally in years past, he hasn't started out necessarily the greatest, but finished very, very well last year. And so he's shown the same. I mean, he's picked up where he left off last year. So we're pretty excited as to seeing what his play has been like. And then we do have, like I said, we have some new players. I guess that we're kind of counting on. Tim Daniels in the central midfield. He's a fine player. Devin Moore, Tim Miller. Those are new guys who will see some time, and they're just going to need to produce.